somebody has to stand up and yell, the emperor has no clothes, and everybody's falling in lockstep on this. Pass the big, beautiful bill.
Troops, step right up to the greatest political clown show on earth, where Donald J. Trump has unveiled his big, beautiful bill. And I promise you, it's so big, so beautiful. Well, actually, look at Rick Scott's eyebrows. They're raised.
I think you've got to do those things. But even when we do those, we don't get to a balanced budget. So the only way we're going to do this is we're going to get to do this by going through every line in the budget. Now, my goal would be to not have to raise the debt ceiling because we balance the budget. That would be the best thing we can do, and that's what we should be doing.
So have you done it? Can you identify some specifics for us? They told us
how much they're going to give us in revenues.
Can you identify some specifics? Can you identify some specifics for us? Have you done it? Have you gone through every line in the budget? And can you today give us some specifics in terms of what needs to be cut to get you on board?
Maria, you cannot see a copy. Maria, you cannot see a copy.
This bill is supposed to fix America, right? Except it's basically a red hat wish list, kind of duct taped to a Waffle House menu.
Great big beautiful bill.
A big beautiful bill that is going to devastate Medicaid. We know that. Here in Michigan, half of all kids in the state rely on Medicaid. And with the cuts that are proposed in this legislation, it could lead to not only all of these kids being impacted. It doesn't just impact those who are directly on Medicaid. There are rural hospitals that might have to close their doors because they rely so heavily on Medicaid. Birthing centers may be impacted because they rely so heavily on Medicaid. And if you have your mom or your grandma in a senior center, a nursing home, that may have to close its doors or seriously reduce its staff.
Here's what's in it. Drum roll. A 50% tariff on everything Europe sends America because nothing says make America great again like, I don't know, paying $400 for French cheese and $900 for a bottle of Spanish wine.
You see major Republicans that you just featured on the show here. They're not just quibbling about small things. They're talking about big things, like the fact that over 8 million Americans would be losing their coverage under Medicaid. By the way, 1 out of 2 people in assisted living are on Medicaid. These are people's moms and grandmas and dads and grandpas. Secondly, the debt issue that you raised, it says we're talking here about $3 trillion in 10 years, and there are many, both on the Democratic and Republican side, that don't want to see that. And the way you get at this is what the Americans think. A recent poll showed 58% of Americans thought that you should actually raise taxes on the wealthiest.
Somewhere Elon Musk is pacing in a Tesla lab going, I can't do his voice, actually. I want to hate this, but it's so MAGA, it tingles. No, wait, I still hate it. I bet he's using AI to come up with some type of reply. It's also got a save the gas stove clause. Yes, Trump's still fighting imaginary battles over your kitchen. Why? Because if it's got flames and fumes, it's as close to his old campaign rallies as he's gonna get. Ooh. Oh yeah, a national TikTok ban, but only after Trump personally gets a final post to, I don't know, dance on the grave of Gen Z culture. You know he's been practicing that awkward finger pointing, hip wiggle, combo, jump in front of a Mar-a-Lago window for how long?
This bill cuts $880 billion for Medicaid over a decade, which is something that already is politically tough and controversial. It imposes work requirements for able-bodied adults. This is similar to what Bill Clinton did back in 1996 with welfare reform, basically saying that you can't be a layabout and get welfare. So these are relatively tough things to do politically. It's like, do I want to see even more cuts? Yeah, absolutely.
And here's the big one. Huge tax breaks for oil billionaires and a 10K tax penalty if you drive an EV. Yep. Elon has been, well, as I said, workshopping the perfect public statement for days. Grok, ChatGPT. Oh, it's come up with, I despise this bill. Can't do the impression, but I still think Trump's pretty funny. Like a hawk jester in a collapsing empire. Trump's funny, yeah. But wait, we're just getting started. Because if you think this is the dumbest bill Trump's ever pushed, brace yourself for what's coming next. You've been warned.
So, I was like disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
Big beautiful bill. And Elon's X, formerly Twitter, feed is just one endless, well, it's just one AI generated meh. One moment he's like, this bill sucks, but Trump's funny. The next he's like, Trump's funny, but the bill sucks. It's a serious interpretation. Oh, he's done it. He's got on CBS, Elon has.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, like, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
Elon, pick a lane, or better yet, code yourself a personality patch and figure out where you stand. Or just take a rocket to Mars or something. In the end, Trump's big, beautiful bill is, to me, less about fixing America and more about feeding his own ego. Punish the people he doesn't like. Reward the donors he desperately needs. You want to hear it? Okay. The Build a Wall Around California bill. Because apparently California is woke and Trump's terrified he'll fall into a gluten-free vortex if he steps foot there. The rename NATO to Trumpo. An act. Don't laugh. I guarantee someone's pitched this in the back rooms. Sir, if you just call it Trumpo, Europe will finally respect you. I'm not joking, someone said it somewhere. The Put a Casino in the Lincoln Memorial initiative. Because why just honour history when you can slap a Trump-branded craps table, crap being the word, between Honest Abe's legs? And of course, the Federal Golf Course Restoration Act. $3 billion to beautify presidential golf courses, complete with gold toilets, marble bunkers, and little statues of Trump holding a driver over the heads of terrified caddies.
Somebody has to stand up and yell, the emperor has no clothes, and everybody's falling in lockstep on this. Pass the big, beautiful bill. Don't question anything. Well, conservatives do need to stand up and have their voice heard. This is a problem we've been facing for decades now, and if we don't stand up on it, I really fear the direction the country is going.
The speaker is...
I don't know how it's going to finish, actually, because in Trump's America, every new bill is big, beautiful, and dumb enough to make you miss the days when Congress, can you remember the days when only Congress embarrassed us, I don't know, once a week?